Do you remember when making divinity meant checking the weather forecast first? Back in the 1950s, your mom would test that sugar syrup between her fingers, waiting for it to form a firm thread. That Sunbeam Mixmaster whirred for 12 straight minutes while hot syrup drizzled into beaten egg whites. One hint of humidity ruined everything. The candy came out white as fresh snow, light as air, melting on your tongue like sweet clouds. Families in 42% of Southern households called certain December days divinity weather and planned their entire Christmas candy schedule around them. By the 1970s, central air conditioning made every house too humid inside for divinity to set properly. Today's climate-controlled homes can't recreate those perfect dry winter days when this delicate confection actually worked. Less than 5% of families even attempt it now. The candy thermometer sits unused in drawers. That weather-dependent Christmas ritual has disappeared completely. Can you still see those perfect spiral slices on your grandmother's crystal plate? Betty Crocker's 1952 recipe turned Skippy peanut butter and Kraft marshmallow creme into pure magic for just $1.20 a batch, about $13 today. You'd spread that fudge on wax paper, roll it tight like a sleeping bag, and refrigerate it overnight. Next morning came the secret trick: slicing with dental floss, not a knife, because the knife smashed those beautiful spirals. Each perfect round showed your patience and skill. Today's pre-made fudge rolls can't match that homemade pride you felt carrying your plate to the neighbor's house. Peanut allergy fears killed the sharing tradition in the 1990s, and nobody has 2 hours anymore for something this labor-intensive. That precious spiral candy has vanished from our Christmas tables completely. Remember when the smell of peppermint took over your entire house for days? Betty Crocker's 1953 recipe required twisting red and white dough together before baking. McCormick Red Dye No. 2 at 45 cents per bottle created that vibrant color. You'd roll 2 ropes, twist them like jump rope, and bend the top into that signature hook shape. 9 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit exactly, or the red bled into the white. Families made assembly lines. Grandma cut, mom twisted, kids curved, churning out dozens to hang on the tree as edible ornaments. The government banned Red Dye No. 2 in 1976, and everything changed. Today's store-bought candy cane cookies can't match that homemade color or that pure peppermint punch from real extract, not artificial flavoring. The labor of love became a labor too much. That beautiful twisted tradition has disappeared from our kitchens completely. Remember the smell of caramelizing sugar bordering on dangerous, like controlled burning in your own kitchen? Your dad supervised this one, watching that Taylor candy thermometer he paid $2.95 for in 1955, about $33 today, waiting for exactly 310 degrees Fahrenheit. He'd pour that molten amber onto buttered marble, and you couldn't touch it for 15 minutes. Then came the meat tenderizer hammer, smashing glass-like sheets into jagged shards that snapped with a sharp crack. Each piece wrapped in wax paper, ends twisted tight. Today's Werther's Originals can't match that sophisticated bitter edge or that masculine ritual of mastering fire and precision in your own home. Liability fears in the 1970s scared families away. Too many third-degree sugar burns. That proud kitchen ritual has vanished completely.
Picture those white mounds half submerged in dark chocolate, arranged on paper doilies like little treasures. Baker's Angel Flake Coconut cost 39 cents for 14-ounce tin, and Nestle chocolate bars ran 29 cents. You'd mix condensed milk with coconut until sticky, roll walnut-sized balls, freeze them for 20 minutes, then came the careful part. Melting chocolate in that double boiler, no microwaves yet. Dipping each ball halfway, watching excess drip back. The smell of toasted coconut meeting melted chocolate perfumed the whole house. Today's Mounds bars can't match that exotic feeling of tropical coconut in freezing December, back when Hawaii wasn't even a state until 1959. Nobody tempers chocolate at home anymore, and coconut's fibrous texture fell completely out of favor. That island-inspired Christmas tradition has disappeared from our kitchens completely. Remember that satisfying crack, crack, crack of crushing candy canes with Grandma's heavy rolling pin? Long before Williams and Sonoma charged $28 per pound, you made this for $2 total. 12 Bob's candy canes cost a quarter in 1956. Chocolate bars, 29 cents. You'd seal those candy canes in a bread bag and smash them like breaking ice. Then melt chocolate in a pan, pour it thin, sprinkle those red and white shards before it set. The fresh mint punched through rich chocolate. Today's gourmet peppermint bar can't match that homemade version you traded with neighbors on December 28, using up leftover candy canes. Williams and Sonoma commercialized it in 1998, and suddenly our version looked like a cheap knockoff. That resourceful after-Christmas tradition has vanished completely. Remember that shock of liquid cherry juice bursting inside chocolate? Worth every minute of that 4-hour process. Named after our first lady, this elegant candy required Philadelphia cream cheese and Monarch maraschino cherries at 65 cents per jar in 1955, about $7.50 today. You drain those cherries on paper towels overnight, wrap each one in cream cheese dough like a tiny gift, freeze them solid, then dip in chocolate. That cherry center stayed liquid, surprising every first bite. Today's Cella's cordial cherries can't match that homemade version mothers passed to daughters like inheritance, served only at adult Christmas parties because it was too fancy for kids. Nobody has 4 hours anymore, and cream cheese centers became old-fashioned. That refined matriarchal tradition has disappeared completely. Remember when coffee-flavored chocolate was sophisticated, not Starbucks trendy? Betty Crocker's 1950 recipe mixed Folgers coffee with Baker's chocolate and Kraft marshmallows. Nescafe Instant was modern and new back then. 1 tablespoon of dissolved coffee changed everything. That bitter edge balancing sweet sugar perfectly. Your dad claimed the biggest squares at breakfast. "Need coffee to wake up?" he'd say with a wink. The rich coffee chocolate aroma filled the kitchen on December mornings. Today's mocha everything can't match that grown-up candy served at bridge clubs and December cocktail parties, kept on a separate plate because kids weren't offered any. Coffee flavor and sweets fell completely out of fashion by the 1970s. That elegant adult tradition has vanished completely. Remember when that pale green color really looked like ocean foam frozen in time? This was Divinity's minty cousin, popular across the Midwest. Brown sugar instead of white created that signature seafoam hue. You'd beat egg whites until stiff peaks formed, add hot syrup in a thin stream, beat 5 more minutes. 3 drops of mint extract, not 4, then food coloring until seafoam green appeared, not lime. You'd watch them deflate slightly on wax paper, settling into waves. Today's mass-produced mints can't match that translucent beauty kids called mermaid candy, displayed on glass plates to show off the color. Same humidity problems as Divinity killed it, and green coloring looked too artificial by the 1980s. That delicate sea-inspired tradition has disappeared completely. Remember when dates felt exotic, almost Middle Eastern in 1950s America? Dromedary dates cost 55 cents per box in 1955, about $6.30 today. Not cheap, so you removed each pit carefully. You'd split them lengthwise with a paring knife, stuff fondant logs inside, press closed, then dip in chocolate. The sticky date texture, creamy fondant center, and chocolate shell created 3 perfect layers. Kids ate the broken rejects that couldn't be served to guests. Today's younger generations never developed a taste for dates, which became old people food by the 1970s. Removing each individual pit took forever, and nobody had that kind of patience anymore. That worldly tradition mothers used to demonstrate sophistication has vanished completely. Remember this being the very first recipe you made completely by yourself, no adult supervision needed? Le Choy chow mein noodles met Nestle butterscotch chips in this unlikely combination. 35 cents for chips, 29 cents for noodles in 1955. Fusion cooking before the term even existed. You'd melt butterscotch in a double boiler, dump the entire can of crunchy noodles, stir fast before it hardened, drop spoonfuls onto wax paper. Done in 15 minutes start to finish. That satisfying crunch of salty noodle balancing sweet butterscotch felt revolutionary. Today's snack combinations can't match that independence you felt making these alone at age 10, no oven or candy thermometer to worry about. By the 1980s, the Asian candy combination seemed strange, and low-fat crazes demonized butterscotch completely. Chow mein noodles disappeared from American pantries altogether. That empowering childhood tradition has vanished completely. Remember that tin with "Adults Only" written in your mom's handwriting, kept on the highest shelf? Southern tradition gone national. Old Forester bourbon cost $4.50 per bottle in 1955, about $52 today. You'd crush Nabisco vanilla wafers in a paper bag with a rolling pin, mixed with pecans, powdered sugar, and cocoa. 2 tablespoons of bourbon changed everything. Rolled into balls, coated in powdered sugar like snowballs. Stored 2 weeks in a tin while flavors melded and bourbon mellowed. Today's alcohol-free holiday treats can't match those boozy confections your dad guarded like treasure, served only at New Year's Eve parties, never Christmas morning. Anxiety about kids accidentally eating alcohol grew throughout the 1980s. That forbidden grown-up tradition has disappeared completely. Remember how they dissolved on your tongue like snow? Gone before you could even chew? Kraft's 1954 recipe mixed Philadelphia cream cheese with powdered sugar, then you divide the dough into bowls and tint each one, pink, green, yellow, white, with McCormick food coloring at 35 cents for 4 colors. You'd press that soft dough into Wilton rubber molds shaped like stars, trees, and bells, pop them out onto wax paper, refrigerate overnight. Church ladies competed for the most perfect mints, colors matched to party decorations. Today's store-bought mints can't match that melt-in-your-mouth smoothness or the pride of arranging them by color on grandma's crystal plate. By the 1990s, 3 simple ingredients seemed too simple to impress anyone, and low-carb movements demonized powdered sugar completely. That delicate, ladylike tradition has disappeared completely. Remember that satisfying crack when you broke it into jagged pieces, sounding exactly like shattering glass? This rivaled Heath bars in quality. Butter at 72 cents per pound, almonds at 95 cents, chocolate at 29 cents in 1955. Total batch cost $2.20, about $25 today. You'd watch butter and sugar boil together, add almonds at 290 degrees Fahrenheit, stir constantly until exactly 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Pour onto buttered marble, spread chocolate on top while the toffee's own heat melted it, sprinkle more almonds, cool completely. Today's See's candies can't match that gourmet quality you wrapped in cellophane with ribbon, elegant enough to compete with any store. Dental fears grew throughout the 1970s. People broke teeth on homemade toffee, and constant stirring with exact temperatures deterred modern cooks completely. That buttery artisan tradition has vanished completely.
Remember that caramel maple smell reminding you of autumn right in the middle of December? New England comfort candy that your grandma made with patience nobody has anymore. Imperial brown sugar cost just 12 cents per box in 1955. Heavy cream, 25 cents per pint. You'd melt brown sugar, cream, and butter together slowly. Couldn't rush it or it's scorched. Heat to softball stage at 238 degrees Fahrenheit. Beat with a wooden spoon until it lost its gloss. Pour fast into the buttered pan before it seized up. Today's chocolate-obsessed world can't match that humble, honest flavor, less showy than fudge, but somehow more comforting, like maple syrup memories. Brown sugar flavor became old-fashioned by the 1980s, and younger cooks chose chocolate every time. That New England comfort tradition has disappeared completely. Remember slicing into that log and seeing that perfect pink center surrounded by chocolate and peanuts? Pure satisfaction every time. Inspired by the Cherry Mash candy bar from 1918, Betty Crocker's Midwest version cost about $1.50 per batch in 1954, roughly $17 today. You'd drain maraschino cherries, chop them fine, mix with powdered sugar and condensed milk, shape into a log, refrigerate until firm, melt chocolate, pour over the log, roll in chopped peanuts while soft. Next day came the reward, slicing into perfect tricolor rounds. Today's store-bought candy bars can't match that cross-section reveal you'd show off to neighbors, or the fun of rolling that log and peanuts with your own hands. Maraschino cherries became too artificial in the 1970s, and peanut allergy fears stopped all the sharing. That satisfying Midwest tradition has disappeared completely.
Remember when your mom called this health candy because it had fruit and nuts, and you actually believed her? Betty Crocker's 1953 recipe mixed dromedary dates with diamond walnuts and Kraft marshmallows at 19 cents per bag. You'd melt marshmallows with milk, stir in chopped dates and walnuts until the mixture turned impossibly sticky, dump onto wax paper, shape into a log with buttered hands, roll in graham cracker crumbs, refrigerate 3 hours. The chewy dates and crunchy nuts packed into each dense slice lasted weeks in a tin. Today's chocolate-covered everything can't match that rustic, homemade goodness mothers felt less guilty serving, marketing it as nutritious while kids picked out the walnuts they didn't appreciate yet. Dates lost all popularity by the 1980s, and graham cracker coating seemed hopelessly dull.
That wholesome, Depression-inspired tradition has disappeared completely.
Remember when your arms ached for an hour afterward, but watching that taffy transform was pure magic? Victorian party activity revived in the 1950s. Grandma's molasses cost 32 cents per jar in 1955. You'd pour hot taffy onto buttered marble, wait until cool enough to handle, test with your finger, then butter your hands heavily. Grab that mass, start pulling. Stretch arm length, fold back, pull again. 15 minutes straight. The taffy went from dark brown to golden tan, from shiny to matte, while that gingerbread smell filled the house. Today's packaged saltwater taffy can't match that family bonding when everyone pulled together, or those teenage Christmas parties where taffy pulling was the entertainment itself. Television replaced interactive activities by the 1960s, and modern kids lost all patience for 20-minute processes. That collaborative kitchen tradition has disappeared completely. Remember those pink and white layers looking almost too pretty to eat? Almost. British Empire candy adapted by Betty Crocker felt sophisticated in 1950s America. Baker's coconut mixed with carnation condensed milk. McCormick red food coloring at 15 cents per bottle. You'd mix condensed milk with powdered sugar and coconut, divide in half, leave one white, tint the other pink. Press white layer into the pan, top with pink, refrigerate overnight. Cut into neat squares. Each piece showed that perfect two-tone like Neapolitan ice cream frozen solid. Today's fancy layered confections can't match that simple beauty kids could help make, since there was no cooking involved, no way to mess it up or get burned. By the 1970s, too simple meant it couldn't impress anyone anymore, and condensed milk sweetness became cloying to modern tastes. That British-inspired two-layered tradition has disappeared completely.
Remember that satisfying crack echoing through the kitchen when you broke those golden sheets with your bare hands? This was Grandpa's specialty candy. Men dominated this dangerous dance with hot sugar. Planters' raw Spanish peanuts cost 55 cents per pound in 1955, about $6.30 today. You'd boil sugar, corn syrup, and water together, add peanuts at 280 degrees, stir constantly to exactly 300 degrees. Remove from heat, add butter and baking soda. It foamed up dramatically like a science experiment. Pour onto buttered sheets, spread thin, cool until glass hard. Every irregular shard was different. Today's Planters commercial brittle can't match that smell of peanuts roasting in caramel, or those test pieces Grandpa ate immediately for quality control while you watched enviously. Dental horror stories throughout the 1980s, broken teeth, lost fillings, scared families away from homemade brittle entirely. That masculine kitchen mastery has vanished completely. Remember that bright orange color looking almost fluorescent against the white coconut coating? Kids thought they glowed in the dark. Betty Crocker's 1954 health candy used sun-made dried California apricots at 75 cents per pound, about $8.60 today. No cooking required, which was unusual for the era. You'd grind dried apricots in that metal meat grinder clamped to the counter, mix with ground nuts and coconut, shape into walnut-sized balls. Roll in extra coconut, place in petit four papers. Done in 30 minutes. You'd sneak one and your whole mouth puckered from that intense tartness. Today's energy balls can't match that exotic sophistication mothers marketed as healthy. Fruit equals good for you, even though kids resisted the weird color and strange chewy texture. Dried fruit became associated with health food hippies in the 1970s, and apricots turned into old people fruit nobody under 50 touched. That worldly, sophisticated tradition has vanished completely.
Remember them sounding like marbles rattling when you shook Grandma's glass jar on her coffee table? Hard candy requiring exactly 300 degrees Fahrenheit on that candy thermometer? Betty Crocker's recipe with butter extract, artificial flavoring that somehow tasted more real than real butter. You'd boil sugar, corn syrup, and water to hard crack stage, add butter and butter flavor, drop by spoonfuls onto greased foil. Work lightning fast before it hardened into amber domes. Wrap each one individually in wax paper squares, twist the ends. Grandma kept that jar out all year long, and you were allowed exactly one after dinner. Today's sugar-free candies can't match that slow dissolve on your tongue or the ritual of asking permission for just one more. Choking hazard awareness in the 1970s made hard candy dangerous, and butterscotch became synonymous with old in everyone's mind. The candy stuck to dental fillings, Brock's commercial discs replaced every homemade batch. That patient after-dinner tradition has vanished completely. Remember those deliberate Christmas colors? White, red, green, making this the ultimate show-off candy worth every expensive ingredient? Betty Crocker's special 1956 holiday variation used ocean spray dried cranberries, brand new then, and pistachios at $1.20 per pound, about $14 today. You'd beat egg whites stiff, heat corn syrup to softball stage, pour into whites while beating continuously. Keep beating until thick, fold in cranberries and pistachios. Spread in buttered pan, let set overnight. Each bar was edible artwork, white base studded with red cranberries and green pistachios, deliberately festive. Today's candy bar nougat can't match that labor of love your mother served to impress dinner party guests. Patriotic Christmas colors, intentional and proud. By the 1980s, nougat texture became associated with cheap gas station candy, and pistachios remained too expensive for casual candy making. That expensive, festive tradition has disappeared completely.
Remember trading pieces with your siblings because every square was different? Some chocolate-heavy, some loaded with marshmallows, some packed with walnuts. Inspired by Rocky Road ice cream from 1929, Betty Crocker's Chunky Fudge used Kraft marshmallows and diamond walnuts at 85 cents per pound in 1955, about $9.80 today. You'd make chocolate fudge base, pour half into the pan, layer marshmallows and walnuts on top, pour remaining fudge over everything. The marshmallows melted slightly, creating sweet pockets throughout. Swirl with a knife. That bumpy, chaotic surface was the whole charm, rustic and honest. Today's perfectly uniform Rocky Road everything, ice cream, candy bars, cookies, can't match that homemade chaos kids absolutely loved. Marshmallows meaning pure fun in every bite. Commercial Rocky Road saturated the market by the 1990s, making homemade seem redundant, and messy appearance became less acceptable as presentation standards rose. That playful childhood tradition has disappeared completely.